This is the Lissmac SBM G2S2 1500. This machine is designed for shops who are cutting with a flame cutting table, a plasma cutting table, a laser, high definition or CO2, or water jet, or punching. The focus of this machine would be on high volume parts, especially high volume heavy parts, to eliminate the need to flip those parts from the table to the machine. So if you're producing parts that need to be deslagged, they're heavy, you have a high volume, you want to eliminate a manual deslagging process, and you want to increase safety in your shop, consider this machine. The SBM represents steel brushing machine. The XL represents extra large. The G2 represents 2 grinding units on the top, 2 grinding units on the bottom. The S2 represents 2 edge rounding units on the top and 2 edge rounding units on the bottom. The 1500 represents 1500 millimeters of working width or 59 inches of working width. This machine is designed for heavy deburring and edge rounding. It's designed to be either a standalone machine or it's designed to be used in series as a deslagging system with our D2 machine. For more information on our D2 machine, check out our video on the SBM D2 1500. This machine is suitable for parts cut on a laser, plasma, flame cutting machine, punched parts, water jet parts. It allows you to eliminate the process of flipping heavy parts from your burn or cutting table to the deslagging or deburring process. Because this machine works top and bottom in a single pass, you can place the part on the in-feed table, either slag burr down or slag burr up. So we have a distinct safety advantage, and we have the efficiency, speed, and consistency of an automated process. Now let's take a look inside the machine. The SBM XL G2S2 can be used as a standalone machine or in series with our SBM D2 machine. By way of analogy, and to put it in a relatable context, let's talk about different types of parts and different types of slag. If you have a part that has a large amount of slag on the outer edges and in any potential contours, you are in a manual process using a chisel to bang away that slag. In this context, with heavy slag, we're going to recommend that you start with our D2 machine. That would be the same as your person with the chisel. The part is then conveyed with a motorized conveyor to the G2S2, where we're grinding any residual slag and then rounding the edge to the degree necessary for your application. If you have a cutting process that doesn't create large amounts of slag, you can use the G2S2 as you would the person with the grinder to remove your slag, and also the added benefit with our edge rounding blocks to eliminate sharp edges and round the edge to the degree necessary for you to be able to either paint, powder coat, or weld that part. This is a continuous process, top and bottom, on both the D2 and the G2S2, so you have a completely deslagged part in a single pass, top and bottom, without the need to flip heavy parts from the table to the machines. The end result can be a slag-free part with a rounded edge that's consistent around the perimeter, internal cutouts, front to back, left to right. That's the Lissmac edge. Now let's go take a look at the back of the machine. At the back of the SBM XL G2S2, we have the outfeed segment of the table. This is where the parts come out after they have been fully processed. There's an infeed segment and there's an outfeed segment. In between, you have your working tools. We also have, as a standard item on our machines, a connection point for a motorized transport table. On the left rear side of the machine, we have the dust collection ports. And we also have an emergency stop button at the rear of the machine. I'm going to open this door and give you a look inside of the rear of the machine so you can see the edge rounding blocks. From this view, not only can you see the tools that we use to create the Lissmac edge, but you can also get an idea of the heavy-duty construction of this machine. The fit and finish and the quality of the machine is exceptionally high. Now, focusing on these edge rounding blocks, you see that we have two rows, one here and one here. One of these rows is going in a clockwise direction. The other row behind it is going in a counterclockwise direction. This configuration is also on the bottom. This allows you to get a light deburr all the way to a heavy edge rounding. These blocks are part of an assembly. The complete assembly includes the blocks and a power belt. On the underside of the power belt, there's one bolt for each block. Now, the important thing is, and the advantage of that, I should say, is that allows you to take the edge rounding blocks out as a complete assembly. Therefore, you don't have to change each individual block in the machine and have the machine down while you're changing your media. This machine is designed to have all of the blocks come off in an assembly, and they can be changed offline while the machine is running. These tools are selectable, so you can turn any set of tools on or off, top or bottom, and use them as needed to achieve your desired result. And we also have automatic wear compensation for the S blocks. You can see here, this photo eye is monitoring the length of the abrasive and constantly making corrections so that you don't have to go back into the machine, turn it off, and make manual adjustments to maintain your perfect edge round. Some of the key features of the Lissmac SBM XL G2S2 include a large color touchscreen control. The touchscreen control on the home page has a layout that's easy to understand, very intuitive, and allows you to access the tools to turn them on and off or adjust them to the desired level of grinding or edge rounding. Keep in mind these tools are fully adjustable. You can also increase or decrease your throughput speed, and you can also set in here the thickness of your material. You can also monitor your amp readings while the machine's working. You can keep track of the maintenance performed and maintenance needed. Moving down here on the panel, we have our on-off controls, but we also have the ability to include an optional barcode reader. The advantage of the barcode reader is you can save programs in this control and recall them by a barcode that you make up and you assign for any batch of parts. We can also connect with your machine remotely for any needed troubleshooting. The highlight of the machine, of course, is that it is top and bottom in a single pass. Grinding and edge rounding in one unit, one pass, and done. This is a heavy-duty machine capable of multiple shift-a-day operation, heavy-duty construction built to stand up to meet the rigors of whatever your shop requires. We also have easy access to our abrasives for quick changeover. Same with the bottom. And we have a connection on the in-feed table for a motorized extension table in the front and or back. Especially important when you're connecting this machine in series to a D2 machine. Another feature to keep in mind is a constant pass line. This working height never changes even when you change the thickness of your part, so you do not need to change the height of any extension, in-feed or out-feed tables while you're changing part thicknesses. We have safety features incorporated into this machine that include a finger protection bar, a belly bump bar to shut the machine off simply by leaning into it, and we have emergency stop buttons on the front and the rear of the machine. If you're interested in more details on this specific machine, any of the other machines in the Lissmac product lineup, or if you want to learn how you can get the Lissmac Edge, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to talk to you.